Teaching back to the professor or reflecting on what you've learned throughout the semester is very important, and it's the reason why the final in my course and the exercises as we go along the way are all reflective. They all have the students working on what we've done and presenting them back to each other and to me. So what we do is I want them to experience in class. I want them to learn by doing in class through the exercises, and as we'll discuss, in between classes. But I also want them to, after they're done with the class, after they've been through the exercise, to go to a place. We do it online and we do it through blog posts and comments on blog posts, but I want them to reflect on their takeaways, what they learned from the exercise, questions they have. I'd rather my role as the professor be leading and resolving issues that are presented through these simulations because they reflect. The final in the course, really, I break down federal criminal practice into discrete events, and they take these simulated fact patterns that they've been working on all semester, and they present the procedural topic that we're talking about. Could be sentencing, could be plea negotiations, could be other hearings before the court. It could be back up all the way to investigatory stages of white-collar crime. And they're presenting that topic back to me, but doing so using and with the benefit of the factual scenarios that they had the whole semester that they've developed. Within these factual scenarios that we've been talking about, that I introduced in the course, White-Collar Crime in Practice, there's two different cases, and of course opposing sides to both of those cases, so a prosecution team and a defense team. I divide the class up to, they're assigned to a problem and they're assigned to a side. And throughout the course of the semester, they actually switch and rotate such that they all have a chance to assume the role as prosecutor and assume the role as defense attorney. They all have a chance to lead a case in one of the investigative fact patterns and defend a case in the other. So they're exposed to all the facts and they find that they've encountered all the facts, whether it's they've actually investigated and developed what happens next and this as the problem evolves throughout the semester, or I actually have teams of student advocates transfer the case and hand off the case, like we all know inevitably happens in practice. It's the inevitable inherited case, and so they transfer the case to one another, and they're the ones that develop the fact patterns. But I introduce them and I stagger them. So the fact pattern, one may make it all the way to sentencing, the other one may be at trial by the time we get to the end of the semester. And they really dictate where these fact patterns and where these scenarios go. It's what they do with the witnesses, it's what they do with their document requests, and it's what they do throughout the course of the semester that really allows this fact pattern to take its course. And it lends itself to some great final presentations.